last guest on the show tonight is Gordy LaChance. Welcome, Gordy.
Good evening, Judy. I want to thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, not a problem. So you're here to tell us your story about your loss of innocence summer?
That's right, Trudy. And again, I want to tell you that I'm very grateful for this opportunity to share with you my experience.
Good, okay.
So it was the summer of '79. It's the summer of '60. '60s and the '70s are such a blur to me. It was getting towards the end of summer. My friends and I, we were looking for one kind of great adventure, if you will, for those summer months. A kid in our town, can't quite remember his name, he told us about a tragic accident. He had found a kid's body in the woods. He told us about it. A dead body.
Oh.
And he told us where we could find it. We decided, the young gallivanting hooligans that we were, that we would go on a camping trip and find this body. We thought some way it'd be a good way to see the summer out. We spent 2 days hiking and camping, trying to find this body.
What were your parents doing while you were doing all this?
Well, honestly, we lived in dysfunctional families, and our parents honestly didn't care if we were in the woods looking for dead people. And it was summertime. Kids kind of came and went as they did.
Okay. Must be a 60s thing.
Me and my 3 friends, we thought that it would somehow be a game, an adventure. And as it turns out, this boy was no different from us. He had a family, he had friends. And us actively seeking out this dead boy's body was, in a way, our own loss of innocence. Finding and coming upon this boy's remains in the woods made us realize how fragile our young existences were, and how easily they could be jeopardized. We realized that there are things in life to be valued, things to be protected. I'm glad I'm glad, Trudy, that you had me on this show and that you were able to do this segment on the real news, because it helps us come to terms with our loss of innocence. It helps us recognize that sometimes there is real evil in the world, and sometimes as human beings we come face to face with it. I know that it affected the rest of my young adulthood and how I think about our lives today. I'm sorry if I'm being too melodramatic.
It's okay.
Thank you. I haven't kept in contact with most of those guys, but I'm sure they feel the same way. I heard one of them moved to Mexico and lost his life in a tragic knife fight at a gas station. But the rest of them, hopefully this message meets them well. I hope them all the best, and this is a little hard for me, Trudy.
It's okay. Okay, everyone, and that's going to conclude my program for the evening. So thank you all for coming, and I'd like to thank our guests, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Thank you very much, Trudy, for those deep and meaningful conversations. We've covered many topics tonight.
do we experience a loss of innocence? Our lives sometimes are confusing and hard to understand. Would the government intentionally give us swine flu? Would they really hurt their own citizens? Was 9/11 an inside job? All this and more in our next program of The Real News. This is Rob Bernstein, and remember, pain is weakness. Good night.
Osvaldo, that was the bird flu, I mean, the swine flu. Have you seen?
I didn't know. I don't even know what the swine flu is.
It's a pig disease.
It's still going.
Oh shit! Why do I fuck?
How'd you knock your computer over?
He did. He just kicked it across the carpet.
We're supposed to keep it moving.
Oh, that was recording too.
Yep. We have to cut that part out.
I spilled my beers.
We'll have to do his introduction over it.
Also, another thing I wanted to ask you was the swine flu. How did it make you feel? Did you lose your... Fuck, dude, I was
You need to act like you have something to
this
hide.
report of these zombies.
There's already truth to
this. They stutter. they stumble.
Going inside.
They act like drunk people, but they crave grains, and they have flu-like symptoms. The sniffles, the coughs, dreary red eyes. They smell of herb, spices. Oh, is this recording right now?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Zombies is definitely a possibility here.
Zombies, definitely a possibility.
Blech!